I don't know where to start. My life has turned upside down. I've been with Sarah for 2 years. She seemed perfect, driven, supportive, always pushing me forward. That was until 2 weeks ago when I discovered something that shattered everything. I worked at my company for 3 years in a competitive field where I always felt one step behind. There are natural stars in my office, smooth talkers always getting noticed. Me? I just work hard and hope someone sees it. They rarely do. 6 months ago, I was passed over for a promotion that went to someone less deserving. Sarah was furious for me, constantly asking about my boss. What's his deal? Why doesn't he see your value? Looking back, those weren't innocent questions. 2 weeks ago, my boss, Mr. Wilson, called me into his office. My heart raced. These meetings usually meant trouble. Instead, he offered me a promotion with better pay and more responsibility. I was shocked but thrilled. I called Sarah immediately. She celebrated extravagantly that night with champagne and a fancy dinner, repeatedly saying she knew I could do it. I thought she was just being supportive. The first warning came days later when I overheard Sarah on the phone saying things like he has no idea and it was worth it. When questioned, she claimed it was just her friend. Something felt off. Then Mr. Wilson started behaving strangely, overly friendly, often mentioning how lucky I was to have Sarah. It was bizarre considering they'd only met once at a company event. Everything came crashing down last weekend over dinner. I mentioned how surprising my promotion was, and Sarah smirked, saying maybe he just needed a little nudge. When I pressed her, she confessed, I slept with Mr. Wilson. It was the only way to make him see your potential. I was stunned. She didn't even try to soften it, just sat calmly as if she hadn't said something devastating. When I finally found my voice, she simply replied, I did it for us. You deserve that promotion, and now you have it. Isn't that what matters? She kept talking about how I should be thanking her. Thanking her? For crossing unimaginable boundaries? For turning my hard-earned achievement into something hollow? For days afterward, I was paralyzed with indecision. Part of me wanted to end things immediately, but after 2 years together, it's not that simple. Sarah doubled down, insisting this was a team effort and that I wouldn't be where I am without her. She genuinely believed she'd done something noble. Meanwhile, Mr. Wilson's behavior became increasingly uncomfortable. He'd make excuses to talk to me, creating tension that everyone could feel. I started questioning everything. Was my promotion based on merit? Were my colleagues whispering behind my back? The paranoia was suffocating. Things escalated when my coworker Jenna called to warn me about office rumors regarding Sarah and Mr. Wilson. Not only had Sarah betrayed me, but now my professional reputation was at stake. When confronted, Sarah admitted she'd stayed in contact with Mr. Wilson to ensure he continued supporting me. She dismissed my concerns. You're overreacting. Nobody cares how you got promoted, just that you did. That's when I realized we were living in different realities. To Sarah, this was simply a means to an end. She didn't care about the damage done. I needed answers, so I confronted Mr. Wilson directly. Without hesitation, he mentioned Sarah before I could. When asked if my promotion was merit-based, he said, You're a hard worker, but in this industry, sometimes it's about who's willing to go the extra mile. He admitted Sarah had opened his eyes to my potential, wanting to reward someone with the right support system. I called Sarah that night and told her what happened. Rather than showing remorse, she doubled down. This is how the world works. You're too naive to see it. I ended our relationship immediately. She didn't even fight for us, just warned I'd regret losing the only one who really cared about your success. The final blow came when someone showed me Sarah's Instagram post. A photo of her with Mr. Wilson at a restaurant captioned, Some partnerships are just worth it. She was openly dating my boss, fueling office speculation about whether my promotion was legitimate. Last week, Mr. Wilson called me in again, this time to fire me. He claimed I wasn't meeting expectations and was restructuring the team. It was obvious retaliation for breaking up with Sarah. So here I am, unemployed, single, and picking up the pieces. I keep wondering what I could have done differently, but ultimately, Sarah and Mr. Wilson made their choices. I'm just the one paying for them.